Dear Presidents, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me start by thanking Professor Kashai for kindly inviting me to this conference and for the opportunity to speak to you on behalf of the European Commission representation in Slovakia. Today's international conference is especially important because it addresses a significant topic, the future of the European Union. Europe is currently facing difficult challenges. In spite of the great successes achieved so far, European integration is questioned and criticized. The European Union has accomplished truly incredible and admirable objectives over the past 60 years, and yet it does not mean that we can be confident about its future. Many forget its benefits, and it seems to them that European integration is not pressing at a good pace anymore. Others take it for granted or play down its benefits. The European Union is often targeted and made a scapegoat. Various difficulties we have been facing in the European Union in recent years play into the hands of these dangerous trends. Whether it be the financial crisis and the debt crisis, the refugee crisis, conflicts and unrest beyond our borders, as well as the negative outcome of the United Kingdom European Union membership referendum. All of this influences the functioning of the European Union in economic but mainly in political terms. However, the most serious problem is the loss of confidence between the individual countries and between their citizens. I am aware that the European Union is not in an ideal situation. It is possible that we were wearing rose-tinted glasses when we joined the European Union in 2004. Many thought that joining the European Union would solve all our problems, and in particular that we would quickly achieve the standard of living of the countries in the Western Europe. However, the reality is that the European integration is not a panacea and it is not perfect. Its successful advancement needs a sincere willingness to cooperate as well as patience. We can compare it to a family whose success depends on systematic work and involvement. Therefore, when evaluating the European Union, we should avoid the simplistic point of view, which takes only current difficulties, crises, and partial failures into consideration. On the contrary, we should take a broader look at the integration and, particularly, we should bear in mind the meaning and benefits of the European Union. Europe had suffered wars between its countries, religious conflicts, and oppression of smaller nations before it realized that the path to prosperity is lined with peace, solidarity, equality, and the guarantee of fundamental rights and freedoms for all. Europe has already maintained peace for 70 years, although the rest of the world is facing more than 40 different conflicts at the moment, and tens, even hundreds of thousands of people annually die in these conflicts. The European integration is of a great importance also to Slovakia. Not even 70 years have elapsed since Not even 30 years have elapsed into the totalitarian regime, and Slovakia has already joined the club of the most advanced countries in the world. When we have admitted to the European Union, we became part of the world's biggest trading bloc, which allows us to join the previously inconceivable benefits of free movement. Thus, a small state with a new unstable currency has turned without any serious problems into part of the Eurozone. Today, Slovakia is one of the major emerging economies of the European Union, and thanks to our membership in the Schengen area and the Eurozone, we are at the innermost core of the European integration. Merely 27 years after the fall of the totalitarian regime, we have taken over the helm of the European Union and have a significant influence over its progress in this hard time. Slovakia was always able to fully embrace the offered opportunities, and the presidency of the Council of the European Union is a good example. By successfully leading the presidency, Slovakia is building its reputation in Europe as well as in the whole world. We have grasped the chance arising from the presidency to make us visible to the world, to show our abilities, to contribute to the resolution of problems in the European Union, and to bring more Europe to Slovakia. In all of these fields, Slovakia is doing well. In spite of the problems, the European Union is still the bedrock of democracy, peace and prosperity in the world. Take, for example, the Balkan countries, which still consider the membership of the European Union to be their key political priority. Despite the crisis the Union has suffered and the difficulty to meet the criteria for accession. Thus, while people beyond the European Union are fully aware of its values and meaning, those inside the Union are gradually forgetting or doubting the values and benefits of the European integration. Public debate is frequently dominated by negative attitudes, negative atmosphere, and the European Union is mostly mentioned in connection with crises or failures. We find ourselves in a period of time when objective facts influence public opinion less than negative perception and appeal to emotion and to subconscious fear of people. It should be mentioned that this negative perception is often encouraged by campaigns spreading misinformation. So it is evident that the economic and mainly political success of the European Union is not in the interest of all people. On the contrary, many could benefit from fragmented and economically weaker Europe. However, I firmly believe that not only will the European Union overcome the difficulties, as it has until now, but also it will emerge stronger and firmer. It is necessary to stand together, be responsible, do not succumb to conspiracy theories and disinformation, and actively counter the threats of the present time. We have to solve together a whole range of problems such as security, migration, and still high unemployment. The European Union must protect, support, and defend its citizens better. It is our responsibility towards future generations because they should live in a better world and not in a worse world than the one we are living in today. The European Union is still the best project we have in spite of its shortcomings. It is up to us to improve, protect, and strengthen it. Thank you for your attention.